Hi, I'm John Refrano at VASST, and welcome to Ultimate S Lite Training. In this section, we're going to take a look at the DVD tab. The DVD tab is a collection of tools that can help you make DVDs more quickly. Let's see how it works. The DVD tab has a number of utilities to assist you in creating DVDs. The first one here is preparing files for DVD. Many times people say, what template should I choose? I wanted this thing to be widescreen and it came out 4:3 letterboxed. So this tries to take all the guesswork out of it. It says, where's your render folder? What is the file name you want to use? And if you select project, it'll use the file name of your project. And then just tell it, am I NTSC, PAL, or do I want to do 24p film? And is the aspect ratio 16:9 or wide, 4:3 or 16:9 widescreen? So it takes all the guesswork out, just letting you know, are you in US or Japan? You're in other countries, or do you want to do film? And it picks the correct render template. It'll render your video out in the correct format, and then it'll render your audio out as AC3 audio. Kind of takes the guesswork out. You can click the Advanced tab, and so I can go select any of the other templates that are available for creating MPEG-2 and any of the AC3 templates that are available, and use those. So you can use it in advanced mode. Most people just use it in basic mode. You select a render folder, and then when you click apply, here we'll go over here and throw it in my temp folder, and then when I click apply, it'll go off and start rendering. You can see here it's rendering in the background. And so it's rendering that MPEG file. Rendering DVD sample, and then it'll render AC3. And it's done. So just a quick way of helping you render your files and not have to worry about what template to pick. The DVD Architect chapter file, sometimes when you create a project and you render it out to MPEG-2, you forget to click the option that says embed the media markers. Let's go to render. I'll show you what I mean. If I click MPEG-2 here, I have an option, Save Project Markers in the Media File. And those project markers that are in the media file can be extracted by a DVD Architect to use as chapter points. If you forget to do that, you can just say create a DVD Architect chapter file, and what it does, creates a file with like a double file extension of .mpeg and then .sfl. It's that SFL file that's important. So let me go to the same place where we created this DVD sample that we just rendered, right? And then .sfl. And if you don't put that on there, it'll automatically put it for you. And then when I click apply, now of course there's no markers in the project, so it'd be helpful if I put a couple markers. Let's go over to and place a marker here. Chapter 1, and place a marker here. Chapter 2, and then if I go back and say create this, it'll create that file for me. Okay, we'll just remove those chapters. So that's in case you forget to create one of those files. The next section I want to look at is the bitrate calculator. Now this project happens to be very small, and so the bitrate would be too high to put on a DVD if you wanted to fill the whole DVD with a 20-second project. But if I had a project that was maybe an hour and 20 minutes, and then I say calculate, it would say, well, for an hour and 20 minute and 20-second project, you would want to have 58K as your average video bit rate, right? 5,800 kilobits as your bit rate. The default bit rate in Vegas is 6,000. Now you can also change how many DVDs you want to fit it on. So if you wanted to fit it on 2 DVDs and you calculate, it would say, yeah, you can use as high a bit rate as you want. It'll easily fit on 2 DVDs. We'll go back to 1 and then select whether you're using DVD4 or DVD5, or whether you want to use a Blu-ray single layer or Blu-ray double layer. And then what video format you want to use, MPEG, AVC HD, or HDV M2T files. And it will calculate for you the bit rate that you should use on your project. Now, unfortunately, it doesn't help you with the rendering. You still have to go open your project and go to the MPEG, and when you go to your bit rate, so let's say I was going to do this for NTSC, I would go into custom, and then down here, instead of 68,000, I would put that 58,000, right? Sorry, 58. And that's what I would use to render. So that's how I would take the information from the bitrate calculator and put that in as my average bit rate, so that I know that the video will actually fit on the DVD. And there's an area here for overhead. Obviously, the whole DVD is not your movie, because you're putting menus and whatnot on. And so you can determine how much overhead, 4%, I find that 4% seems to be about right, but determine how much overhead you want to put in the calculation to kind of fudge the calculation and make sure that everything fits on the DVD. For the next section, I'm going to dock this because I just want to show you what's going on the timeline here. This next section here is called Create Subtitles from Markers or Regions. So what I have in the project is I've got several regions set up, and in the names of the regions, I've put the words that I want to show up as my subtitle. So in this first little region, I have here's the wind-up, and then here's the pitch, and then he walks. So what I'm going to do is use this Create Subtitles to create a subtitle file for DVD Architect. So I'm going to select Create Subtitles from Regions. You can create it also from text command markers. Sometimes you'll use a text command marker to put subtitles in multimedia events. And so it will use those text command markers as well. Right now I'm going to use subtitles, so I'm going to say Subtitles from Regions, and then save as a file name, and I'll click here and get to a place quickly to save. We'll go back to my temp folder on E. And I'm just going to say this is titles.sub. If you don't put the sub prefix, it'll add that automatically. I'm going to clear the page here, sorry, make sure nothing else is selected. And then when I click Apply, it now went out and created a subtitles file. So let's go out to the file system and see what's going on. Let's go out there. Here's my titles.sub. And if I open that, it just opens up here in WordPad. I have WordPad associated with that file type, and you see that it's a subfile that DVD Architect would expect. There is numbers, the start time, the end time, and then the subtitle. So you could take this and feed it right into DVD Architect, and it will create subtitles for DVD Architect. Okay, the next option here is convert a text file to regions. So what I'm going to do is just remove these regions for a moment. So let me just, we'll just delete these. And I'm going to add 3 more regions in here. We just put a region anywhere, and a region. And this is going to convert a text file into the region labels. So once again, let me clear the page. We'll do text file to regions. I could use existing regions, or I can create them from events. I only have one event here, but we could have created them from events. I can show you how that works. Right now we'll use existing regions, and then we'll go get a text file name. Now, I don't believe I have a text file, so let's create one. Let's do a new text document. I'm going to call this myregions.txt, and then we want to edit that, so I'm going to open this, and I'm going to put just line 1, more of line 2, the third line. So it's just a straight text file. So you could have all of your subtitles just mapped out in a text file, in a text document, one line after the other. What it'll do is it's going to pick up every line off of this file and going to insert them as a region. So now I'll select that and say open. So we'll open that file that we just created. And when I click apply, there you go. Line 1, more of line 2, and a third line. Let me undo and show you how we can do this with, let me delete these regions and show you how we can do this with events. What I'll do is I'll create events by splitting up the file that we have. So I'm going to delete that. Now I'm just going to do split, and split there. And then I'm going to say create events from regions. I'll click apply, and it made regions around my events.
and there's line 1, more of line 2, and a third line. So that is all the functionality that is in the DVD tab. Just, you know, a small collection of tools to help you create DVDs, determine the project length, the bit rates that you can use based on your project length, make your DVD Architect chapter files after the fact if you forget to embed your markers, and then create subtitles for DVD Architect, or convert regions with a text document into subtitles. So you can see how you could load a text document into those regions using convert text file to regions, and then go off and say, all right, now create a subtitle file for DVD Architect and create it that way. So just a great bunch of tools to make DVD creation a little bit easier.
Well, hopefully this has given you a pretty good idea of what Ultimate S Lite can do for you. Now it's time to add your creativity. If you have any questions, you could always contact us at ultimatesupport@vast.com. And if you don't have Ultimate S Lite yet, you can download it from our website. Until next time, thanks for watching.